Canadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Thursday, February 10th, 2022. I am Beverly Tellisford. In the headlines, 6 census workers down tools over alleged salary shortage. Grenada mourns the death of lifelong educator Ursula Antoine, MBE. GBN Health shines light on breast and cervical cancers. And Camahon Park Committee says still no confirmation or denial on whether the park has been sold. And around the globe in the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister tests positive for COVID-19, and internationally, protests in India banned as hijab rule escalates. Coming up in sports, Grenadian duo anchors last wicket stand to lift Windward Volcano's first innings trust, while FIBA builds increase in basketball in Grenada through coaching. We'll have the details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, this is GBN's News at 7. Work at the Six Senses Hotel in Las Vegas has been brought to a standstill following an apparent breakdown in relations between subcontractors and the overseers. The issue reached a boiling point on Thursday morning as the 6 subcontractors and their workers assembled at the entrance to the construction site because they say they are not being paid properly. Jared Joseph has the details.
Every fortnight, they saying that the money what we getting, it go roll over. Every fortnight, the money shot. So we always shutting with workers. Workers have a feeling that we, the contractors, we keeping the money and they're not getting paid. But we're not getting the money. Every time they say you go roll over, we're not getting it. And what we get, you can pay workers, it's like we're sharing money.
This is one of the irate subcontractors at the Six Senses Hotel project who has expressed his disgust with an ongoing situation as workers down their tools in protest Thursday morning.
I have a man working with me, same way, he fall from a scaffold. They tell me this is my responsibility, right? My responsibility to take care of him because he fall off his scaffold. I have to take my money in my pocket, go and do X-ray, buy him medication. I bring back the receipt for them. They tell me they're not in charge of that.
The subcontractors say the issues surround non-payment of full salaries within the last 2 fortnights by the contractors at the site.
Yesterday, and sent an email for me, which I was supposed to get at least $8,000 from me and my workers, and it's an email for me for $4,800, which he can pay me and my workers.
The issue has been exacerbated, according to the 6 subcontractors, by the non-payment of contributions to the National Insurance Scheme as well as overtime.
They say we, the contractors, have to pay NIS for we workers. I say I have a problem paying NIS for me workers. But the NIS coming like, we NH have to pay a percentage, the workers have to pay a percentage, and we, the contractors, have to pay a percentage. But that don't happening. Oh, you don't give me money for NIS, but you want me to pay NIS for workers. How that go work?
The workers and subcontractors are threatening to return to the site on Friday, which coincidentally is payday, dressed in red, despite emphasizing interest in settling the issue cordially.
For us, it is actually 1/3 of the amount. How are we going to divide that up? Who are we going to pay? 3 workers, we have like 12, 13 workers. All right, so we're going to pay 3 and leave the rest of them without any money? That is not fair, that is not right. You know, so we just want to rectify this situation in the most amicable way possible.
The Six Senses Hotel project is one of government's major infrastructure projects outlined in the 2022 budget. The subcontractors speaking to the media note that representatives of NH International Caribbean Limited, which is the main structural contractor for Six Senses La Sagesse, had indicated that the contractors will be spoken to and a response will be given to them. However, one of the subcontractors, Marvin Patterson, when contacted this afternoon for an update, told GBN they have yet to be contacted. GBN also reached out to representatives of NH International Caribbean Limited and was told an update will be provided to the media on Friday morning. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
A prominent member of Grenadian society and a retired principal and teacher of the St. George's Anglican Senior School, also known as Heinzie, has transitioned. Ursula Antoine, MBE, mother of ECCB Governor Timothy Antoine, passed away on Wednesday, and the tributes are pouring in.
A mother of 15, 8 females and 7 males, Ursula Antoine, MBE, was an educator whose impact and legacy are still being felt today. A true icon in the field of education, her passing is being felt by many as messages offering condolences have rained down within the last 24 hours, spotlighting her dedication, unwavering service and sacrifice to the development of her students. She is being lauded as a woman of God, an inspiration and shining light to not only her family, but everyone around her. In a special feature on the Antoine family in 2018, Mrs. Antoine highlighted the importance of family.
I do place a lot of importance to family life. In my mind, when God allows us to be able to bear children, I think it's all for His purpose in life. And so we want to ensure that we train them in such a way that they will be able to do God's will in their lives.
Her legacy definitely lives on through her children, as her firstborn, Timothy Antoine, achieved heights such as becoming governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Governor Antoine had credited his successes to his upbringing.
And but that comes from our parents, my mom and my dad. They taught us well, they gave us values, core values which serve you well. The values that I learned as a child, I'm still using at the Central Bank today as governor. Those are core fundamental values. Respect, love for God, love for people, love for learning, yes, love for service. Those are things I learned as a child, and I still employ those today.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Andal, has expressed condolences to family and friends of the late Ursula Antoine MBE, noting her powerful contributions to the development of Grenada through education.
I have also interacted with her with the prison program, and as a principal, when I was a teacher, I knew of her and her contribution. I have met persons whose lives she has affected in a significant way, and they owe their success and achievement to her teaching and her contribution to the sector and to the school.
Andal says Mrs. Antoine's principles and values have even impacted his life, as she was a woman of integrity, adding that the legacy and pathways she has carved out are left for many to follow. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
And An improved water supply system is in the pipeline for residents of the Sister Isle, with the $1 million project set to begin following a sod-turning ceremony on Wednesday. Let's get more details in this Joseph Cador report.
Some major work has been undertaken in Carriacou by the National Water and Sewage Authority for the expansion of water supply to rural areas on the Sister Isle. At the sod-turning ceremony on Wednesday, General Manager of NWASA, Christopher Husband, said the current project is a smaller component of the expansion plans for Carriacou.
Recently, we spent over $400,000 on the extension of the seawater intake. That had been a major limitation for us in terms of reliability at the plant, because the seawater intake was constrained in the capacity of water it could supply to the plant, which caused continuous interruptions. We are at this point seeing evidence that we have moved from a 30% intake to roughly about 100% of what we need. So we have to maintain that, and I can assure persons, especially as the dry season progresses, once we continue on this track, there will be significant improvements in the reliability of the water supply.
Husbands disclosed the funding of $1.2 million EC dollars.
This project was done, of course, with the support of the Italian government and channeling funds through the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center 5 Seas in Belize. We also have funding coming through the Green Climate Fund and the German government, another $2.5 million US, and that is going to see the growth of the system to the east and the north, new storage reservoirs. We also have a new desal plant coming in the Windward area. So we're ensuring that we have redundancy, and we're ensuring that we have infrastructure to provide a continuous, good quality source of supply to the entire island.
NWASA's Planning and Development Manager outlined the scope of the project and encouraged residents to apply for the service.
The lateral lines, we're going to develop them depending on where people apply and when they apply. So if nobody in the back of the stadium here doesn't apply, we won't have any reason to come in and run the laterals there. So again, we're making an appeal, and our general managers just did it. You all need to apply for the system to expand now into the communities.
Minister with responsibility for Carriacou and PT Martinique Affairs, Kendra Matthew and Stewart, noted that the project started under the leadership of the former minister, Elvin Nimrod. She said she's confident that the new water system would bring much ease to families and encourage greater business opportunities.
The southern communities are waiting in anticipation to turn the taps on and to see water flowing through them. And yes, I know they will apply and they will have access to this water.
The Carriacou expansion project will see the provision of water supply to the south of the island from 6 roads towards Lauriston, then onto Leste and Hermitage. Over 16,000 feet of pipes will be laid. Joseph Cador, GBN News.
Another year, another title up for grabs. The Grenada Distillers National Karaoke Final is on its final leg and will be broadcast live on GBN TV this weekend. Details in this report. A diverse handful of finalists, including a mother and son duo, are poised to hit the stage for the Grenada Distillers Limited National Karaoke Competition scheduled for this Saturday. After a one-year hiatus due to the pandemic, viewers have a virtual experience like no other to look forward to this year. The competition is in its 6th year, and according to sales and marketing manager Lexon Fletcher, the level of talent this year does not fall short of exceptional.
Well, this competition has been an exciting one since from the inception. You know, Grenadians love karaoke. Folks love to sing. Who doesn't love to sing in the shower, in front of the mirror, you know, to their favorite songs? And I think this is really an exceptional competition. This was a brilliant idea by the Grenada Distillers Limited to get folks to, you know, be part of the entertainment scene, especially if they're not well known, but they do have a voice and they do have talent. So, yeah, and this is the 6th one around the sun. We're excited excited. It gets bigger every year and more excitement, and more singers are coming out.
The finals will be held in Subi, St. Andrew. However, there will be no live audience.
We want to stress on the fact that it's a virtual affair. So we want folks to be comfortable. Be comfortable home, on your couch, in front of your television sets, of course, having a nice chilled drink. Of course, make it Distiller's Drink or Clark's Court. And we're going to have it at Subi's in St. Andrew. We try to move around with the finals. We try not to just concentrate in St. George's solely. So it's going to be at Chillaxin Cafe in Subi's. We're excited. And folks can view it virtually. Mikey Live and, of course, Grenada Broadcasting Network. And our Distillers page as well on Facebook.
Fletcher says while the live audience will be missed, the safety of patrons is of paramount importance. 15 semi-finalists made it into the final round. A wild card was later added after being voted in by the general public.
I can tell you folks came out. We had a great time. It was exciting. Last year it was different. We took a break for obvious reasons. We wanted to keep the country safe. We wanted people to remain safe. We didn't want to have any sort of, out of the way incidences. But I can assure you that folks were ready, waiting for the announcement that it will be back this year, and it's back with a bang.
This is Primetime News. Coming up, Ministry of Education commits to tackling mathematics problems with the launch of TEAMS program. Stay with us.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. Opening Saturday, 12th February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center, and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theater.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Get the kind of value you love that's unmatched at Courts Now. We're unmatched in quality and prices. Get appliances, electronics, furniture, and much more. You will love it. Get it now and pay nothing for 30 days with Ready Finance. Plus, shop now and get a chance to win a luxury staycation for 2. Now that's unmatched value. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2022.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
If there was a product that helped with the cold, flu, bronchitis, sinusitis, laryngitis, and allergies, and still does deep cleansing for your pores to restore natural beauty, would you get it? Yes? Well, there is. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer is here, and it's available locally at The Boss Collection. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer provides deep cleansing while clearing nasal passages and loosening impurities. Get yours now from The Boss Collection. Booth number 6 on Halifax Street, St. George's, opposite Farm and Garden Center, or in Grenville by Rachel the Nail Tech, upstairs Superstore, opposite Peter's Photo Studio. Call or WhatsApp The Boss Collection on 954-600-0200.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Son feel he was a big man before he reached secondary school, telling me about new gadgets to make life easy. But he busting up the food his granny cook with her 2 hands. And Kern's a good boy. I know. I raised him. I know he doesn't like seeing me work too hard. He worries. Before I had my first heart attack, he was excited to live near his university campus. So I felt guilty when he decided to live at home to take care of me. And getting to class and back, he would travel, he said. But I got him a little car anyway, much safer. Graduated, recently got married, and he's doing well for himself with all his tech. He still thinks he knows more than me, but to be honest, I don't know how I would have managed without him.
Your life is your story. Let's help you write it on your terms.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to News at 7. Plans to launch a national mathematics task force was announced earlier this month in response to poor performances in the subject at the primary and secondary school levels. The launch of the initiative Targeted Engagements to Enhance Mathematical Success Teams project is seen as the answer needed to reduce the learning gap as well as solving a long-standing issue.
The Ministry of Education on Thursday launched the Targeted Engagements to Enhance Mathematical Success National Mathematics Project. Teams, the new initiative is aimed at improving students' performance in mathematics. Principal of the T.A. Marisho Community College, Dr. Ronald Burton, will spearhead this initiative.
In the first year of its rollout in Grenada and Carriacou, we would start with a system of auditing of the SBAs themselves, developing a scheme of work, math summer program that we're very excited about in terms of the planning and introducing it this year, SBA workshops that would allow our teachers to better understand the requirements and give some level of consistency in how the SBAs are really guided in the school system. Standardized mock examinations so that we can have a better idea of whether or not students are ready for the examinations and to prepare them for what is coming. And of course, to identify those at-risk schools that would need, again, greater and even more targeted interventions.
He shared their plans for the way forward.
And again, more long-term initiatives are being considered right now by the group. So we're looking at 4 key areas in terms of teacher development, curriculum, research, and student-focused interventions. And of course, each of these have their own spin-offs. Much of this came out of our discussion as a committee, but also we held some consultations with members of the education sector, primarily teachers and principals of primary and secondary schools, as well as education officers, curriculum officers, and we really started a process of brainstorming what is possible in terms of long-term ways of initiating teams.
Education Minister Emmeline Pear says the trend of poor performances in mathematics over the years must be reversed.
Differentiated classroom instruction and immediate intervention for low performers, and it was stated before, teacher collaboration, formative and continuous assessment, and parental involvement are key for addressing this problem. These can be referred to as universal strategies for improving performance in mathematics.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, who holds a doctorate in mathematics and has committed fully to aid in this initiative, spoke about the importance of being able to grasp the subject.
I value students who can see the importance of that area of academic work, because from that you can branch off to any other area and not be a major problem, because you have to think. You have to analyze, not just repeating what is said, not just being, it's like rehearsing something. You have to understand and to think carefully.
Meanwhile, the students who demonstrated excellence in mathematics on standardized exit assessment during the last academic year at the secondary and tertiary levels were recognized with awards.
Mr. Ryan Chow Chung, formerly Westmoreland Junior, top student CPA 2021, currently a student at the Presentation Brothers College. We now move to the sister isle of Carriacou, and to accept this award on the behalf of Renee Clement, I'm going to invite Mrs. Natasha Thomas, District Education Officer, District 5, to kindly do so. She is a former student of Bishop's College, currently a student at TAMCC Carriacou, top CSEC mathematics student. Overall grade 1 profile, all A's in knowledge, comprehension, reasoning. Sarah Logie, our next awardee. Grade 1s in 14 CSEC subjects: chemistry, mathematics, human and social bio, physics, additional mathematics, information technology, English language, English literature, French, Spanish, POB, POA, economics. She was also placed on the merit list for economics and human and social bio. At CAPE, Unit 1 and 2, biology, chemistry, physics, pure maths, applied maths, and a 1 in communication studies. She gained 5 grade 1s with all A's year 2, 2021 in bio, chem, physics, pure maths, applied mathematics. Well done. Well done.
Tonight's GBN's Health focuses on 2 common types of cancers affecting women in Grenada, and one health professional is reiterating the importance of self-care and early detection. GBN Health comes to you compliments Gittins Healthcare.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Brandon, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Breast and cervical cancers are two of the most common types of cancers that affect women. However, medical practitioners are convinced that early detection is most important in saving lives. Speaking on the topic, Closing the Care Gap, Dr. Frances McGill was one of 4 women to address the issue during GBN's Doctor on Call program.
The most common cancer across the world in women is breast cancer. And there are a lot of risk factors for breast cancer. Some are familial or genetic, so that you can't change that. Some of the risk factors that can be changed are obesity, because there's a lot of hormone called estrogen in the fat tissue. So if you decrease your body weight, you decrease the stimulation of the breast. We know from studies in the U.S. that taking hormonal medicines, and what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the herbal products have hormone-type compounds in them. So after menopause, try not to do that unless it's really, really needed. Alcohol has been associated with breast cancer as well.
Dr. McGill delved into the issue of cancers affecting women, and her first advice is self-check and self-care.
You do breast self-exams. The important thing is to have your clothes off, of course. If you have a mirror, stand in front of a mirror, put the hands up over the head, put the hands on your waist and squeeze your waist, lean a little bit forward, and you're looking for any changes in the breast. You're looking for any dimpling. You're looking for any skin changes. You're looking for the skin pulled in. You're looking like the skin to look like the peel of an orange or an ugly fruit. And then you take your fingers of whatever is the hand you use most, the dominant hand. You put your hand up over your head, and you gently but firmly press the breast against the chest wall, feeling all the way around and feeling if you feel any lumps or anything that's changed. Now, right before we get periods, oftentimes the breast gets a little bit more dense and more full because the hormones are very high before the period. And then after the menstrual period, the hormones drop. So the best time to check the breast, if you still get periods, is after the period. And if you don't get periods, then pick the same day every month. You do it tonight because you learn to do it the same time, the same day as your birthday, the same day as your favorite number. And then you continue to go around, and if you have large breasts, you need to press deeper. And I always suggest you check the breast that doesn't feel like it has anything first so that you can compare. And then recheck it again in a couple of days, make sure that it's nothing, that there's no hormonal changes. And if something is persistently there over a few days, a week, or a couple of weeks, then certainly see your doctor.
This advice may not be pleasant for some, but it can make a difference in someone's life.
The main factor is associated with sexual activity, and the main cause of cervix cancer that we know for sure now for the last probably 30 years is it's caused by a virus, which is a silent virus. It's not a COVID virus, it's not a flu, it's not a sore throat, but it goes between sexual partners. And the man usually does not have any problems on the penis. Sometimes he might have a little bit of warts, and we are not good at testing the men. But the woman then gets this silent infection caused by the HPV virus that can be picked up years before it becomes a cervix cancer, 3 to 10 up to 20 years before a cervix cancer, by very easily doing a pap smear.
For GBN Health, Janelle McDonald.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Akeisha John has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
In tonight's Social Buzz, we share thoughts and opinions of viewers and listeners to GBN's To The Point program. In this edition, callers share their views on the clamping and towing of vehicles. Many callers made contributions. Let's take a listen.
Certain places where there is no parking, and they're marking no parking for a reason, because they may obscure drivers, they may lead to accidents and things of that sort. But time and again, you see the police doing the investigating an accident, and they park in the very areas where you're not supposed to park. Like a roundabout, for instance. You can see the police put a vehicle there, and they on-site everybody. Something that can lead to further accidents. And I wonder, why do the police feel they have a right to break the law?
I want to see this at my garage. When I leave to go to Grenville or St. George's or wherever I have to go, I cannot put my garage in my pocket and go with it. If I have to stop anywhere for business or otherwise, I need to stop somewhere on the side of the road, except that there is a designated car park. Tell me something. If I park my car on the side of the road with reasonable space for traffic to continue, how can it be an offense?
I know, and I think they know too, as well as you know. There are some police officers and members who park vehicles that is preventing vehicles from flowing freely. I want to know exactly who can charge them.
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
We take a break, but still ahead, Camahan Park Committee says still no confirmation or denial on whether the park has been sold. Stay with us.
The final of the Grenada Distillers Limited National Karaoke Competition is on this Saturday. 15 finalists, your wildcard pick, and the defending champion will sing off at the Chillaxin Bar inside of Subi St. Andrew. Over $10,000 in cash and prizes is up for grabs. Who will reign supreme? Tune in and be blown away by local talent in the Grenada Distillers Limited National Karaoke Competition this Saturday, February 12th on GBN Television and on Mikey Live.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
At Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the #1 supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grand Down, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Call our telephone number 444-3042, WhatsApp 405-4993, or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flo.
Welcome back to News at 7. 6 years down the line and still no update on the fate of Camahan Park. But the Save the Camahan Park Committee continues to advocate for the preservation of the facility. 6 years after its establishment, the Camahan Park Committee says it's still awaiting word from government about the fate of Camahan Park. Chairman of the committee, Jude Bernard, says after all this time, there is still no confirmation or denial on whether the park has been sold.
Very happy that we have been able to hold on to the park for 6 years. But we want, at this time, we don't want to sit back on our laurels. We need to get some assurances that the park will be with us for 60 years or more. And the major, I would say, frustration is that we have not been able to receive that assurance from our government.
Due to the unknown status of the park and the fact that the committee is not the custodians of the park, Bernard says this hindered them from making any significant changes to the park, which is in dire need of attention.
As a group, we've tried and we have solicited and gotten pledges of support for enhancing the park. But we couldn't do anything because we are not the custodians of the park. And if you look at what has not happened in the park over the last 6 years, it causes you to become concerned that probably there is no real long-term plan for the park. If you look at the benches there, they're all broken down. The kids playing area is in a terrible state. And the fact that nothing has been done for all those years worries me that the plans are not long-term. So we need to be able to hear from government. We want to be able to collaborate with the government to enhance the park.
The chairman says the implications of the sale of the park will be felt by the young members of the population and their children. Against this backdrop, the committee has decided to include young people in the fight for its preservation.
We are also at this time we're about to embark on a campaign to enlist more young people into the movement to save Camahan Park, because it's our firm belief that we who are moving on may not suffer so much from a loss of the park, but it's our children and their children who can be dispossessed of the park.
It's now time to take a peek through the GBN ISOR lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
On tonight's ISOR, we feature talent galore. Our ISOR reporter says, quote, "It is our Independence Day project," and said it was a lot of hard work and hours to complete. It was all made with fondant icing, unquote. This cake was made by Caroline Massapella, who hails from Sunset City. Caroline made sure to pay attention to detail when designing the map of Grenada, the coat of arms, the cultural dancer, and a basket filled with everything local and nice. Congrats, Caroline. We thank our ISOR reporter for her submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us for the weather and sports.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
If you or someone you know has been involved in acts of love and kindness, tell us. This Valentine, we want to know who has been going above and beyond to improve the lives of others. GBN, in partnership with Koyaba Beach Resort and Duty Free Caribbean, will be rewarding 3 individuals this Valentine in the GBN Acts of Love promotion. Let's show some love to someone who has been showing love. Simply send the name and contact for the person being nominated, as well as a short description as to why they are being nominated. Entries can be sent via email to gbnproduction@gmail.com or via WhatsApp 435-2041. Entries must be in by midnight February 10th. The winners will be announced on February 11th. It's the GBN Acts of Love promotion.
Select the best gifts at Duty Free Caribbean, your one-stop outlet for the finest in fragrances, cosmetics, liqueur, tobacco, leather, accessories, and confections. Choose from fragrance brands such as Gucci, Polo, Rihanna, Dolce & Gabbana, Marc Jacob, and a host of others. Leather by Guest, Anil Klein, 9 West, and Fossil at both Duty Free and Duty Paid prices. Our finest sales team is eagerly waiting to assist you in selecting the perfect gift for that special someone on that special occasion. We are located at the Esplanade Mall Cruise Ship Terminal and the Departure and Arrival Lounge, Morris Bishop International Airport. Duty Free Caribbean. Seriously fun shopping.
Get away from your daily stress with a Grenada vacation at the Koyaba Beach Resort. Koyaba is located on the world-famous Grand Anse Beach and boasts 5.5 acres of beautiful gardens. Excellent service, good food and drink, well-appointed rooms and friendly staff in a safe environment. Facilities include 2 restaurants, 2 bars, swimming pool, water sports, tennis, gym and body treatment rooms. Call 473-444-4129.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides low at 5:45 p.m. and high at 11:30 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow 6:31. Weather for Friday, February 11th, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with few brief showers, becoming generally fair during the afternoon. Weather for Saturday, February 12th, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with few brief evening and nighttime showers. And weather for Sunday, February 13th, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers possible. Stay with us for your sports news. Sporting fans, let's bowl off with cricket. Grenadian seamer Preston McSween smashed his maiden first-class half-century to lift Windward's Volcanoes out of the doldrums in the opening match of the West Indies 4-day championships. McSween put on a last-wicket partnership of 124 runs with fellow Grenadian Sherman Lewis, who held one end on 31 not out. Preston hit 9 fours and 2 sixes, while Sherman chipped in with 3 fours as they carved out a brilliant knock to take Volcanoes from 215 for 9 to end day 1 on 278 for 9. The pair brought the total to 339 all out on day 2 as McSween ended on 86 runs just after resuming following lunch as rain interrupted the morning proceedings. Teddy Bishop entered the match on his debut, replacing Kimani Melius on concussion protocols. Here's a recap of the moment Preston McSween reached his maiden first-class half-century.
Preston McSween, in fact, yes, I think it is Preston. Yes, he is the batsman facing up. And he's immediately gone for the drive, and that's peeled away off the edge and gone for 4. So Preston McSween has his maiden first-class 50. That is 50 for Preston McSween. Congratulations to him. It was on the cards yesterday. Gets a hug from his partner, Sherman Lewis there. And that is a proud moment for Preston McSween.
At tea on day 2, Guyana were 77 for 3 as McSween removed Chandapal Hemraj and Lewis had Tangerine Chandapal and Shimron Hetmaya caught and bowled. Grenada was the latest stop as the International Basketball Federation FIBA spreads the love of basketball among Caribbean countries while providing support in the form of training for coaches. Jared Joseph has the details.
Recognizing the tremendous talent within the Caribbean, FIBA instructor Nelson Eastley says the International Basketball Federation has taken the important step of ensuring the development of basketball in the region.
When you start looking at the Caribbean, you got some great athletes, and so we felt like that we wanted to begin to help these countries to help develop some grassroots coaches. In other words, a mass of young coaches who could work with kids on the basic fundamentals.
A one-day course was held at the Olympic House on Wednesday for potential coaches among ex-players, parents, physical education teachers, as well as individuals interested in basketball. The World Association of Coaches Instructor says the goal is to visit 14 Caribbean countries and to begin reaping the benefits in 3 to 4 years.
I've already done Aruba and Turks and Caicos back last year. The COVID messed us up because we were supposed to have done a lot of the countries, but most of them couldn't do it. So this is the first one in 2022, and from here I go to Suriname, and after that Guyana, and then Jamaica, then the Cayman Islands, and then Bermuda, and then St. Vincent, which I know quite well because I've did a lot of work across the water here in St. Vincent.
The American basketball instructor says the focus is on creating interest in the sport of basketball. Participants Alita Kutain and Karim Forsyth say the information gained is crucial to their development as coaches and knowledge of the game.
You play basketball and you think you know so much and you look at it. But this experience has showed me there's a lot that, you can learn, theoretically especially, from this experience. And, just going on the court physically and entertaining the kids too, like showing them what they need to do, it was a good experience. I think you can learn a lot from this.
Really the mindset of a coach and what you should expect from your players and, making certain decisions in terms of practice and training in order to have better performance during the game.
Technical Director of the Grenada National Basketball Association, Kester Elcock, says starting a grassroots program is key to the continuation and development of basketball.
So what we have here today is a number of PE teachers from primary schools, some parents, and persons who have an interest in developing youth basketball. And Nelson being here today is great for us. And what's eventually going to happen is that we're going to have a level 1 where we're going to have some of our coaches certified on the FIBA. And this is what we're looking at. So introduction into coaching at the grassroots level. And then from this program, we've already recognized some of the coaches who have the potential to become level 1 coaches.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN Sports.
Meanwhile, Grenadian pro basketballer Arkim Robertson does not believe enough is being done for the sport in Grenada. Robertson, who is currently playing in the Croatian National League, believes other sporting disciplines are being given more opportunities than basketball.
Yes, we may have basketball courts and stuff, but if you look at the courts, it's not good. Basketball rings is not good. Them guys come in and they're playing football on the basketball court, so they're destroying the basketball court first. Right? We don't have one indoor court. Right? We don't have little summer camps so we can get players together and teach them and have like little competitions so we can see like, okay, this player could be good in the next 5 years. This guy could be a really good big guy in the next 5 years. Or we should groom him so he could try to get a scholarship.
He says basketball has been underestimated in terms of the opportunities available for scholarships for Grenadians, while more focus is being placed on more popular sports.
I'm not saying it because I get it. I'm saying it because I know for myself. Now, like I talk to coaches, so I know a lot of guys could get scholarship right now, but we're not developing the young guys and we're not giving them opportunities so they could go out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not having competition in Grenada. The first thing somebody might say is, oh, I'm not going to sponsor this competition, or we can't do this, we can't do that.
And that's a look at sports. Regional and international news are up next. This is your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I am your presenter, Beverly Telesford. St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip G. Pierre has contracted the COVID-19 virus. Despite the diagnosis, the head of government, who is fully vaccinated, is said to be doing well and is reportedly isolating at home. HTS News Force reports.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has tested positive for COVID-19. Confirmation comes from Press Secretary Mondi Lewis in a statement issued Wednesday afternoon. The government leader received the diagnosis following a routine test in keeping with the health and safety protocol regime. The Prime Minister is self-isolating but will continue to run the affairs of state.
As part of the protocols established by the Office of the Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre underwent a routine PCR test. On Tuesday, February 8th, 2022, Honorable Pierre received a positive PCR test result. As per public health protocols, he is presently isolated and will continue working from home.
According to the press secretary, Pierre, who is fully vaccinated and boosted, appears to be asymptomatic.
The Prime Minister is doing well and exhibits no symptoms at this time. Prime Minister Pierre's full recovery is anticipated within the next few days. The Honorable Prime Minister has always prioritized the health and safety of himself and others. He continues to maintain a healthy diet, regular exercise, and increased fluid intake.
The government leader continues to extol the benefits of vaccination, which greatly reduces the odds of severe illness, hospitalization, and death from the virulent COVID-19 virus.
He has led by example and is fully vaccinated and has received his booster shot as recommended by the Ministry of Health. The Honorable Prime Minister takes this opportunity to encourage citizens to get fully vaccinated, get boosted, and adhere to the COVID-19 protocols.
COVID-19 is no respecter of persons.
After years of skyrocketing prices and vanishing wages in Venezuela, the economic collapse has finally hit rock bottom. But it will take a while for those who earn their income in bolivars to feel relief. Here's a report from Local 10 News.
Well, there's a popular adage in Latin America that nothing bad will last for 100 years. And now in Venezuela, both the experts and the working class believe that the disaster that has been the Venezuelan economic collapse may have finally reversed course. At 60 years old and as a retired nurse, Gladys Rosales has lived through the boom and bust cycles of the Venezuelan economy, the most recent collapse being undoubtedly the worst ever. I don't earn in dollars, only bolívares, she says. My pension is not even worth $2 per month. We last spoke to Rosales in 2017, about 3 years into the country's economic contraction. Working class Venezuelans like her have bore the brunt of the country's economic woes. But after 8 long years, many economists now believe the crumbling economy has finally hit bottom. By most metrics, hyperinflation ended in December of last year. Economist Marco Antonio Capote explaining that inflation in the country will still be the highest in the world at around 8% per month. Nicolas Maduro, who normally avoids talking about economic figures, even bragging about the apparent turnaround, claiming in his State of the Nation speech that the economy grew over 7% in the last quarter of 2021. But because the economy has contracted by almost 75%, working class Venezuelans like Gladys Rosales unlikely to notice this year's economic bump. Reporting this from Bogota, I'm Cody Weddle for Local 10 News.
Moving internationally, an Indian state has shut high schools and colleges for 3 days after a row over the hijab that has gained international attention. The government of Karnataka state in southern India took the decision after protests by students over Muslim women wearing headscarves in the classroom escalated into violence. Let's get to this BBC report.
An act of defiance amid heckling by a group of young Hindu men. The video of this Muslim student standing against a crowd taunting her who support a ban on the hijab has gone viral. Muslim women in parts of Karnataka state say they are not being allowed to attend classes because of the hijab. They argue that the headscarves are part of the religious faith.
It's not a part of a uniform, but it's part of a culture. We have been following this since a very long period of time. MG was a college known for respecting all the cultures, but now if they do this, it's as if they're telling against our culture. We are not against any of the religion. We are not protesting against anyone. It's just for our own right.
A place of learning has now become a battleground for the two communities. The Hindu nationalist BJP government insists that all schools should follow the dress code and that there is no place for religious slogans in schools. And now, the protests in Karnataka state are attracting global attention. The education activist Malala Yousafzai says refusing to let girls go to schools in their hijabs is horrifying. The Karnataka High Court is considering petitions from students challenging moves by some colleges to ban the headscarves. Opposition parties allege that the policies of the governing Hindu nationalist BJP are discriminating against religious minorities. But the government denies allegations of suppression of Muslims. Muslim students say they don't want to be stigmatized because of their religion. Anbaras Nethirajan, BBC News.
And that's it for our probe around the globe. We'll recap the headlines next. Recapping the headlines, 6 census workers down tools over alleged salary shortage. Grenada mourns the death of lifelong educator Mrs. Ursula Antoine, MBE. GBN Health shines light on breast and cervical cancers, and Camahan Park Committee says still no confirmation or denial on whether the park has been sold. And around the globe in the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister tests positive for COVID-19. Internationally, protests in India banned as hijab rule escalates. In sports, Grenadian duo anchors last wicket stand to lift Windward Volcano's first innings trust, while FIBA builds increase in basketball in Grenada through coaching. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it would be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.